As I record this, Pluto and Mars are conjunct in the sky in the early degrees of Aquarius. And I was a bit nervous about that. If it touches a chord in your astro chart, it can bring a lot of high destructive energy to the surface, violence, aggression, that sort of thing, something very confrontational. And this seems to be the flavor of the reading that I've just been given. The topic you can see there is quarrel. Mars in the 4th house. Now that is stirring up either annoyance or downright anger or energy of beneficial proportions maybe in your 4th house of your roots, your house, your home, your family. And it came out next to the moon, and you know, I was really noticing the quarrel there on this side and then the howling at the moon, that things were not feeling very happy about this reading. And yet there is a sudden shift. It feels as though something is about to come to a head, but it seems to be putting you on a smoother path with the train card. Not only that, but even a bit of a fairy tale kind of unfolding could come out of what seems to be a very negative situation at the outset. Because look at this, what we're coming in with is a peace offering or an apology or just an expression of good feelings. Quite surprising, with the fish popping its head out of the cup as well. That is actually going to have you feeling a lot more positive about the future and really feeling like you can move forward into happier times, emotionally speaking. So there might be some kind of negativity that bubbles up. It might be a long time coming because the moon is things that are hidden or just sitting below the surface. But it does feel like something is going to pop up. Your advice is actually to lean away from ending a situation, cutting something off, finishing a cycle. That does not seem to be what is indicated with the World card as energy to lean away from. Instead, there is the energy to lean towards, which is lightheartedness. It is friendship, celebrating with friends. It is celebrating the good times. Now that does seem to be a very unusual message. Let's find out why the universe is saying this. What is it about this situation? Okay, well I've got one answer already from the first card there. Yeah, look, there are two sides to this situation, and maybe something needed to come out to be healed, to be addressed, so that you can both get on the same page over something. And there might have been a lot of suspicions that maybe were unfounded. So that could be part of it. So this is about investigating a quarrel or fight that you find yourself in, finding out more information, not taking it at face value. That seems to be a big part of it here. And you know, sometimes your mind goes to the worst possible scenarios or suspicions about other people's motives, when in actual fact, when you know their side of the story, things make a lot more sense. And you can have a lot more compassion for where they're coming from. Look, but that said, for a certain sector of people, it might be time to say goodbye to one aspect of a relationship and really decide to strike out towards your own, carving out your own territory. Maybe within this relationship, doesn't necessarily mean leaving. And it seems to be that there is this great network effect going to really help you here. But why is the world energy to lean away from here? I need to get some clarity on that. Why is the World card energy to lean away from? Yeah, it's definitely leaning away from new beginnings, like chucking things out. It feels like really it might be the death of some illusions or some negative part of your relationship or home and family life. There is maybe just something that needs to come to an end once and for all so that you can both pioneer together into new territory. And this is again about network communication. So it's about really getting in touch with each other and really understanding the other person's point of view deeply, mutually. So you do have it in you to do this. You have the courage. It might be difficult, but you can do it. And this is a heart chakra opening as well. The green The lion, Leo, is all about the heart chakra, heart space. So it is about really opening up to your partner and sharing on a heart-to-heart level. And it's time to breathe out. You may have been feeling as though you've been fighting a battle all on your own, or really fearing the worst about a situation. But, no, it does seem like there is a happy, celebratory, hopeful outcome to this when some part of it disappears. Stability. Say no more.